Auzu billahi minash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am your teacher, Rana Mahmood Ahmed. So, in this social study class, we will see today the structure of the United Nations. As we read in the book, so this United Nations have the main organs and also the sub-organs. So, main organs, we have its structure: the General Assembly, the Security Council, the Secretariat, the Economic and Social Council, the International Court of Justice. So today we will have a look on the General Assembly. Okay. So in General Assembly, what is its composition? It's the principal organ of the United Nations, consists of all the members of the United Nations. Each member can have maximum 5 representatives, but voting authority only for the one. Okay. At present, there are 193 members. In book, they mention 192 members, but last joined South Sudan. Okay. Remember this. And at the end, at the last, which country joined? South Sudan. So it have the voting rights, power of vote, one member, one vote. So every country of the world can send its 5 members, but power of vote, one member, one vote. Decisions and declarations made by two-third majority. Two-third majority of the members present and voting. Decisions includes the matter related to maintenance of international peace and security, elections of the members, economic and social council, and trusteeship council. Okay. So next, voting rights again. Admission of new member of the UN, suspension of rights and privileges of membership, expulsion of members, operation of the trusteeship system. Okay, powers and functions. So how it works? So which are the things, which are the powers and functions General Assembly is doing? According to Professor Leonard's classification of powers and functions of General Assembly as following: deliberative functions. Number 2, supervisory functions. Number 3, financial functions. Number 4, elective functions, and constituent functions. Constituent functions. Okay. So number 1, deliberative functions. What are the purpose of the deliberative functions? Functions regarding decisions, discussions, studies, declarations, and recommendations on different matters. Matter within the scope of present charter or relating to functions or power of other organs. Okay, it's Article suppose 12 provides an exceptions to interfere with Security Council unless it requests to do so. So General Assembly consider general principles of cooperation in the maintenance of international peace and security. So it may call attentions of the Security Council to situations which are likely to endanger international peace and security. Okay. Deliberative functions. Article 13. Okay. General Assembly entrusted important responsibilities that it can initiate studies and make recommendations for the purpose of. So here we have the next point: promoting international cooperation in the political field, encouraging the progressive development of international law and its codification. So code means new course for the law and its codification, promote the international cooperation in economic, social, cultural, educational, and health fields, and assist in the realization of HR, human resource, and fundamental freedom. So its limitations, resolutions, declarations are not bonding to states, lack of dem- domestic jurisdictions. Okay. So next is supervisory functions. It supervise these points are these departments different. General Assembly supervises the functions of other principal organs and specialized agencies of UN, like number one, particularly exercises sufficient control over where economic and social council and trusteeship council. In phase, these two organs work works as subordinate organs of the General Assembly. Security Council and other organs of the United Nations have to submit annual report to the General Assembly. So it's the power of the General Assembly. So financial functions. So it consider and approves the budget of the United Nations. So all the budget which is presented in the General Assembly, so they pass it. This assembly pass it. Expenses of organizations shall be done by the members of the General Assembly. It examine and administrate the budgets made for the agencies of the UN with the view to making recommendations to the agencies concerned. As General Assembly control purse strings, it is a potent power. Okay. So elective functions means elections. Where elections? Election of new state, like this. Admission of new state to UN. Decision of the members by 2/3 majority. Like 100 members, so 67. 2/3 means 2%. At least 2/3. Okay. Majority more than 67%. Present and voting can lead to election of new state and also others. Okay, suspension, expulsion, or deprivation of its vote due to preventive action taken by Security Council, violation of laws of charter, and failure to payments of financial contribution respectively. So it's the functions, especially elective functions of the General Assembly of the UN. Elective functions. Election of members for the organ of the UN. So elects to non-permanent members of the Security Council, elects 54 members of the Economic and Social Council, elects some members of Trusteeship Council. We have read all these organizations on page 101 and 102, their functions also. So take part in the election of the Judge of International Court of Justice. So General Assembly selects the Security Council, the Secretariat General Secretary, also the Economic and Social Council, International Court of Justice. Okay. Also take part in the appointment of Secretary General for the Secretariat. Okay. Very important task. It's for the United Nations. Take part in the amendments of the Charter in constitutive functions. Okay. For the constitutive functions, take part in the amendments of the Charter. The 2/3 of the majority of members pass the Charter, and it should be rectified in accordance with the constitutional processes, again by the majority of 2/3 of the members. Okay, very important constitutive functions. Okay, thank you for your kind attention. Okay, just remember, in this lecture we have finished all the structure of the United Nations, in which in this topic we have covered the General Assembly. So Security Council, the Secretariat, and Economic and Social Council, International Court of Justice have the complete material in the book. So it was needed to provide you about the General Assembly, all the things about the General Assembly. So next, inshallah, we will complete the sub-agencies of the United Nations, like UNICEF, UNESCO, WHO, ILO, FAO, IMF, and others. Anyhow, again, thank you for your kind attention. Allah Hafiz.